Hey, Leo, intuitive soul coach here with your March 2023 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Leo, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so the key themes for the month of March, Leo, for you, we have belief system, detox, and we also have gifts. This is a really powerful month for you to let go of either limiting beliefs, situations, patterns, environments, whatever is no longer serving your highest good, because we do have a lot of transformative cards or endings bringing in new beginnings, and it starts within your belief system. So Leo, a lot of you are taking a look at your self-talk. You've been going inward. This is about prayers being answered. A lot of you have been trying to connect to your higher self, your light beings, your ascended masters, your angels, whatever higher power you believe in. You've been really trying to make that connection, and a lot of you can feel it in the month of March. Whether you're receiving signs, synchronicities, you're working more with meditation, or you are embracing your gifts that you chose to incarnate into this lifetime with, and you're enhancing those gifts. So a lot of you may have clearer visions, you may be dreaming more, astral traveling. Some of you have that clear knowing of the things that are going to take place before they do. And you may be a healer yourself, or you may be a seer or a psychic. Whether you do this in your professional life or not, it is a gift that you have. Now, we also have limiting beliefs and reprogramming your belief systems. I always like to look at this like a computer. Computers need updates in order to function fully, function at their best speed. And sometimes, sometimes things on that computer can become corrupt, or it can become deficient, or there's viruses, right, that happen. And I feel same with you, same with us when it comes to the things that we've been conditioned to believe, or the limiting beliefs that sometimes bring about a sluggish type of energy, right? Maybe we think that we need to be on a certain diet because it's best for us, because that's what we've been conditioned to believe. But is your body resisting what it is that you've been told? So for example, for some people, a specific diet may be working for them and it may energize them, but that doesn't mean it works for you. And that's why I feel you have the detox. It's more than just diet, though. It could be the way people perceive certain situations, certain circumstances. And I feel what you're doing is you are updating that system. Just like a computer needs that update, that reboot. March is the month for you to reboot, is what I feel here. Eliminate toxicity, toxic patterns, cycles, relationships, unhealthy ties, unhealthy limiting beliefs, things that you felt tethered to. It could be foods even. It could be family patterns, ancestral woundings. Heal, learn, and release is the mission for you as well. So healthy body and mind, withdrawing from the drama, going on a cleanse, going on a diet of whole foods. This is about you maybe even starting a nutritional supplement. Of course, please seek medical professional guidance if need be, but I'm sensing that you're figuring out how to heal the body on different levels, the energetic body, the physical body, the emotional body. So you're taking a look at all different areas instead of just one, which you may have done in the past, Leo, and it's going to actually bring about a great release. And when you have this release, if you haven't already, and it can be a little bit sticky going through the detox, it can be at times a little bit painful. It's like that purge. We need to get out the old to make way for new. And this can be any area of your life. You got to get rid of something in order to bring in the new. And once you eliminate whatever that may be for you, your gifts are really going to enhance. This can be your own spiritual gifts. This is about having that attitude of gratitude. It can be about surprises, celebrations, or a gift even from the universe. Some sort of ending is showing up. I certainly see that for you here, because as we dive into the tarot, this could be evident in the first week or so of March. You do have the 10 of Voices. This is the 10 of Swords. The Ten of Swords can be a very difficult ending, but it's about surrender. It is about hard times becoming over. This is about you getting rid of those hard times, eliminating, withdrawing from, again, the toxicity or unhealthy patterns of others or a situation that may have been detrimental to your health. So very, very powerful energy. Tens bring in new beginnings. And especially with the Ten of Swords, you may have hit rock bottom. You may have felt betrayed. You may have felt stabbed in the back. But this is about you reaching a point in your life where you're saying, I can only come back from here. I can only look up from here. So there's a brand new beginning because you're seeing things from a brand new perspective. And what's happening again is you're rebooting. You're giving yourself that reboot of the beliefs that maybe you've ingrained. There is a self-talk here where you're kind of your own warrior. I feel like your own hero. Thank you, Spirit. It's as if, you needed a hero, but you became that hero because you realized that no one was going to come in and rescue you, that was your responsibility to heal from a situation or to reboot the system within and take a look. And sometimes we want people to come in and help guide us, and they can mentor us, they can guide us, we can learn from them. But ultimately it's our responsibility to detach from these things that no longer serve us. So pat yourself on the back, Leo, because there's some huge things that are showing up in your life that you are detaching from. And it's a place that you never want to be in again. It could be financial setbacks. It could be toxic or unhealthy habits that you've had. It could be relationships that may have been very, very challenging. Whatever this is for you, you don't want to go there again. So I feel like you are ending an old way of being. It's like you're shedding your skin, and you will never, ever, ever put on that old skin. Think of a snake. When it sheds its skin, it doesn't say, oh, I don't have a new skin, I must crawl back into my old one. It doesn't work that way. And you will never, ever, ever be that same version of yourself. Okay, so something is coming to an end, and you're no longer going to be that same person you were. Trust your intuition here, Leo, because you have the High Priestess showing up, and that's why you also have this belief system. You've been really connecting to your higher power, and you've been trusting in the divine, trusting that the things that are going to unfold are for your highest good. And in the month of March, you're seeing that they absolutely are. There's a surrender energy here. And even though I don't see the Hanged Man, I'm getting here, you're surrendering to a situation that you may have tried to control. You may have tried to change the outcome, or you may have tried to heal it to a point of changing someone else's viewpoint or someone else, but you're realizing that we cannot change anyone, right? We can only change the way we see things. We can lead a horse to water, but we can't make it drink, right? And that's something that you are really taking on a whole new level. And you're saying, I can control my own surroundings. Therefore, I'm going to eliminate this toxic pattern. I'm going to withdraw from the drama. I'm going to go on this cleanse. I'm going to have a full release here. And so it's very powerful. And your body has been preparing for this. I really feel like it has, where you've been upgrading your cells, and you've been upgrading the reboot coming in here again. So you've been kind of reprogramming, even though it may not feel like it, you really have been, Leo. And the High Priestess showing up is about gaining the inner wisdom, the insight by silencing the ego and paying attention to the intuitive pieces as well. There's truth showing up here. There may have been a truth that came out, whether it was from a loved one, a family member, someone within your career. I am getting that someone may have even stabbed you in the back, betrayed you, maybe lied to you, breached a contract, some sort of trust was broken here, but it actually is allowing you to break wide open in order for you to feel the unconditional love that you have for yourself. Now, I've been talking about this more and more because there could be something on a collective level that happens in the month of March. If you haven't already checked out the timeless all signs tower reading that was just posted last weekend, you may want to check that out as well, because a lot of us are going through or have gone through a tower moment that has broke us wide open, but we don't always know what to do with that tower moment. If you have gone through that, which we don't see it here in your reading, but we certainly see that you may have been betrayed in the past, or you may have needed to do what you've needed to do to survive here on earth. The Seven of Swords is showing up here in the middle of your reading, and this can be about self-preservation. It could be doing what you had to do to pay the bills, to take care of your family, to put, food in the mouths of maybe your children. I am sensing though that this may have been someone else that did you wrong, maybe an ex you had to go to court with. I'm getting some of you may have struggled with child. There could be children involved here where it was maybe child support or child placement. This could also be something within the family dynamic of inheritance. Someone may have crossed over and there may have been a family fight or family argument of what went where and what went to whom. So I am sensing as well, it could be within the workplace that you just felt like these people did you wrong. Something wasn't fair. But mid-month here, you have the Knight of Emotions. So this is about you opening yourself up, because this is the Knight of Cups, and following your heart. Some of you may be looking for love. Others of you may be wanting to head in a direction in your career where you love what you're doing because you just felt like someone may have done you wrong. Seven of Swords showing up here is about lies being revealed, maybe even being caught in the act. It could be exposure, and that may have been something that's either happened in the beginning of the month or in the past, but now you're able to use that situation to grow, to evolve, and to live a better life for yourself, Leo. So this is a very intense reading. It's not going to resonate with all of you, but justice, karma, all of those things are going to be balanced out, even if you don't see that now. This can be about legalities. It can be about judgments. It can be Libran placements as well. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra, but this can be about creating fairness and equality. And it's through something that you weren't necessarily able to see before because you may have been mixed too much in this drama, but things are going to bring about a sense of equality. Things will be fair. And I feel like you're coming out on top or healing from something that was unfair because you have the Four of Swords, Four of Voices. This is about rest and retreat, healing, focusing on self-love, renewal, rejuvenation. It's all about you taking a breath, Leo, catching your breath and regrouping. If you've been overworking, overthinking, obsessing about a situation, ignoring the signs of rest, if you've been even ignoring your own gifts, because you have beautiful, beautiful gifts that you've chosen to incarnate into this lifetime with and to use and to hone in. I feel like they are enhanced this month. But if you are still hanging on to something that needs to end, whether it's a pattern, a habit, an addiction, a relationship, a circumstance, a situation, whatever it is, if you're still hanging on to it, you're not going to be able to feel in tune with your higher self and your higher power. That's where your belief systems come in. And you're not going to feel these beautiful gifts that are right in front of you and the ones that you hold within. So something needs to end here in order to bring about this new beginning. And if you're not able to see the beautiful gift within it, please do check out that tower reading that I posted, because sometimes the most beautiful lessons and the best things that could have ever happened to us come from a tower moment. Now, just an overview here. Beginning of March, you're ending something and you're listening to your intuition. If something feels off, I feel like you are searching it out, or you're going to find the truth of a situation, and your intuition may be guiding you before something even ends here or something comes out. I feel like you've known all along, but maybe you don't want to believe, and that's why you are eliminating yourself from whatever this is. Now, mid-month, we do have a new opportunity to open your heart, a new opportunity for you to get honest with yourself about what you need to do to move in a new direction. Okay, if you felt like someone was doing something shady, or if you felt like you just weren't being treated fairly or accordingly, I feel like there's going to be a new emotional offer that comes in mid-month for you that's going to help you reprogram that's going to help you reboot. Because again, they're giving me the energy of rebooting your system. You may have felt wore down, or you may have even felt like you had a virus. It could have been mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically as well. And I'm feeling that you are healing and recovering from something that had been difficult. And towards the end of March, you're healing from something. There's balance coming in. It could have even been a karmic cycle that you've played out, or that you finally completed this lesson. Okay, the justice is about karma. It's about, again, legalities. And we may not feel like a situation, a situation was fair, but we're seeing that it was an experience that maybe we had to see this side of it as well. We had to see this side in order to understand this side. When we are here on earth, we deal with duality. We deal with right and wrong, left or right, black and white, yes or no, right? We have to deal with the duality because that's part of the nature of having this human experience. But I feel like you're taking a look at it from a higher perspective, and you're saying, wow, yes, that did need to be that happened to me in order for me to evolve and truly appreciate or head towards my dreams in this direction, or to open up your spiritual gifts. So for example, you hear about a lot of people undergoing a near-death experience or a major illness that actually when they come back, they have these spiritual gifts, or they're able to tune in more. They had an aha moment while they were crossed over, right? You may have had something similar, or it could have been a relationship or a job loss or a death of the family. There could have been anything in your life. It doesn't have to be that severe or that drastic, but something had happened that is opening you up to a whole new way of living your life. And you're coming from a place of the heart now. And you're coming from a place of unconditional love for yourself. It doesn't mean that you can't put conditions around relationships, right? It doesn't mean that you don't have that firewall put up in your system. And the firewall is just boundaries to help from viruses, to help from attackers. And this is about you setting conditions up that can actually help enhance those gifts. And it starts with eliminating toxicity and withdrawing from the drama of others. So very powerful, intense energy here, Leo. Now, when it comes to your finances, your wealth, your money, you have the book, and you have the coins, and they're actually showing me, I forget what it's called, but Judge, when he hits his mallet, or he, overruled, or whatever he says, I'm not sure, but I feel like there's some sort of judgment being placed, or, if you're dealing with the legality, there could be something that is set in stone, or finally you have the answers to a situation if you are dealing with something within the legal system, because you see the book here. This is about contracts. It's about paperwork, learning as you go, beautiful souls. Sometimes we feel like we want to jump to the end, jump to the final chapter. We want to know what's going on, but you would miss all the beauty in between, right? And sometimes it can be ugly, sometimes challenging, sometimes difficult, but that's part of the experience here on earth. You also have law showing up here in the corner. Some of you may be lawyers, dealing with a lawyer, or be in the legal system, either the good side or the bad. But this talks, and again, there's duality. There really is no, I guess I can't say there's not good or bad, but it's I suppose how you perceive it. But again, there are, conditions. We'll call it conditions that align that good and bad. You may have even dealt with someone in your family who may have been incarcerated. Or you may be a correctional officer, a police officer, or you felt like something was maybe even outside of your control, and it was treated unfairly, okay? Or we may see that. That may be something in the collective that shows up in March. Excuse me. But when it comes to your own personal wealth, you may be writing a book, taking a class. This could be educating yourself. You may be writing. I am getting here that some of you are divinely channeling through automatic writing. And if you're not familiar with what automatic writing is, you may want to look into that, because I feel like that could be someone's spiritual gift here. Next, we have coins. Excuse me. The coins is all about money coming in. It is about wealth, good investments. You may have a career in sales, in finances. This could be about getting a raise. This can be about hitting that lucky break for a lot of you. If you've been really wanting a new job, or you've been wanting a promotion, if you've been wanting to build your business, there's money coming in here. And I feel like you've invested wisely. And some of you, this could be a new journey where you're deciding to put money towards something, or buy a home, or spend your money on things that are going to help you in the long run, not things that, maybe that $5 cup of coffee that you have from Starbucks every morning, that could be detoxing or eliminating things that you don't necessarily need, that it's not good for your health, and it's not good for your financial state. And it actually will allow you to save more money in the long run. Okay, so wealth, good investments. This is the month for you to take your power back, is what I'm getting. Reboot that system and bring more balance into your life, Leo. Now, when it comes to love, you have stay optimistic about your love life. And we also have free yourself. So some of you, this is absolutely a relationship where someone had breached trust, and you need to focus on a new direction. Okay. If that is you, it's time to take back control of your life. For others of you, maybe there are some limiting beliefs, some setbacks that you had. Maybe you had somebody cheat on you or hurt you in the past, and you've carried that into your energy, and therefore you haven't necessarily attracted the type of love that you've wanted because you have a little bit of that block, right? Maybe that firewall is too protected, that it doesn't let the good or the bad in. And it says here, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith can bring you romance. So yeah, optimism is key, as well as action. We can't just, think our way, even though, the power of the mind is absolutely beautiful. And that's what this belief system is. But the second piece of it is taking action as well. Remember, you are responsible for your healing. And that is a big piece of it here. We're responsible for us overcoming some experiences. Now, it doesn't mean that what happened to you was okay. If you went through something difficult, or if you were with a narcissist, it doesn't mean that a situation was again okay, or that makes that person good. But I'm saying here that it's up to you to heal it, release it, and move forward and live the best life you can, instead of holding on to maybe this trauma. And you can also reach out to a professional if need be. If you need help detoxing or eliminating whatever this is, this can be hiring a nutritionist, or talking to a friend, going to a therapist, talking to a coach, a mentor, a guide. You don't have to do this alone. And that can be a piece of this next step for you as well. That could be who this Knight of Cups is. And I feel like this Knight of Cups is coming in to help you open your heart to really celebrate your successes, celebrate the good coming in. And you do have a lot of good coming in, but you have two cards that came out from the Soul Truth deck. So this is what your soul really wants you to pay attention to. I suggest maybe jotting this down, or replaying this, or coming back and asking yourself this throughout the month. Leo, are you in your head or in your heart? What is the quality of your self-talk? Literally, the first phrase up here in the belief system is self-talk. So what is the quality of your self-talk? Our brain is like a muscle, and if we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. And it says here, today, master your mind. Watch an inspiring video, do some tapping, read an empowering book, or write out all the reasons why you believe in yourself and in your dreams. Yes, because your dreams are going to manifest if they haven't already. This is about you trusting in your higher power, trusting in yourself to embrace these gifts, whether they're the gifts within. I feel like it's a combination of both, gifts from the universe and your own personal gifts. So drop down to that heart space, meet in the middle. And again, that's where miracles happen. We need the heart. We need the head. We need both of them to fully integrate the experiences here on earth. All right. We also have, am I consistently showing up? Some trade their dreams for comfort, Leo. Yet comfort is the enemy of progress. Success requires showing up every single day, even when we don't feel like it, and even when it feels uncomfortable. It takes guts and an endless vision to stay consistent to your dream. Today's soul action: journal where you can be more consistent in your life in alignment with your soulful goals. Then show up. So for those of you that are in a situation that is less than desirable, let's say you're in a job that you really don't like and you're trying to manifest a new one, show up every single day with a smile on your face. Raise your vibration so much that other people are deterred from your energy if they're not matching, right? Let's say you walk into the office space and everybody wants to gossip, but you're the one that is staying over here. You're staying in your own lane, right? And you come in with a smile and you do your job, and you know that, your bills will be paid and things are great in your world. You don't have to interact with them. And what's going to happen is they're going to pull back from your energy because you're not aligned any longer. And yes, it may feel difficult, but the resistance comes when you embrace in the energy of that toxicity, when you put your energy in with theirs and mix it, mingle it. If you kind of step out from that and you show up, you raise your vibration, that's when you attract that new path that you want to take, but you must feel it. You can say to yourself, yes, I'm in a situation that is less than ideal, but I don't have to partake in this drama. I don't have to partake in that energy. I can stay within my own. And some of you may be saying, but Melissa, it's easier said than done. You may not have ever been in that situation. Oh, but I have. I have been in that situation. I've been in that relationship. I've been in these patterns and these situations that it's important for us to stay within our own lane, and important for us to heal the dynamic and see why we are experiencing something in our lives, even if it's challenging, even if it's painful. And I feel for you, you're figuring this out, and pat yourself on the back, Leo, because that's not an easy thing to do. But what's happening this month is you are Panther Spirit reclaiming your power. You're coming back home to you. If you got lost along the way, or if you let your energy intermingle with something that was toxic, don't blame yourself. Don't say I'm the victim here. Say, I have the power to change the way I look at things. I have the power to raise my frequency and vibrations. Perhaps it's a family dynamic and you get together every year with a family member, but you cannot stand that uncle that comes. You can uninvite him, right? You don't have to play it out just to people please or to hurt, to avoid hurting someone's feelings over here. Now, I'm not saying be cold and be heartless, but you can withdraw from that situation. And I feel like by doing so, you will reclaim your power, Leo, because you are powerful. And lastly, from the Work Your Light Oracle, we have don't dim your light to fit in. How are you dimming yourself? Perhaps you go to that family function and all of these people are coming at you. That uncle or that cousin is saying, well, I thought you'd be in a relationship by now, or you still work in that job, or you don't have kids, or you're poor, or you're still borrowing money from mom and dad. Whatever it is, you don't have to let yourself get attacked, we'll call it, attacked by that energy. We can eliminate from that toxicity. You don't owe it, Leo, to anyone to stay in a situation and to have that come at you, right? And if some of you are saying, well, what if that happens within my job? What if that happens? Then speak up. Use your throat chakra. And some of you may be saying, well, what if it's a boss? What if it's somebody that I can't speak up to? Use your gifts, use your intuition, because you're being guided at this time to teach some very valuable lessons, but also to learn them. So really go inward and say, what is this teaching me? What do I need to know? What do I need to express? What do I need to speak up? What truths can I become? What truths are becoming exposed for my evolution, right? And lastly, break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting your future. Rewriting your future, rebooting that system for yourself, or just completely starting from scratch, whatever you want to do here. But this is about breaking the ancestral patterns so they don't keep getting repeated within your history, within your family lines, within your generational cycles, within your own children. Very, very powerful here. Last but not least, we have card 17, Leo. It is the Fates. And it's card 17, which is that star card in tarot, which is about not giving up on hope. It is about your dreams aligning. It's about fate and karma, which we have the Justice here. And the message is this: Fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. The serenity prayer sums up the meaning of this card. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The condition brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity Prayer. Wow. This really sums up what we were talking about in your whole reading. It's about you being able to stay within your own lane, within your own control. We can't control the gossip going on over here. We can't control some external circumstances that are out of our reach. Like I said, you can lead a horse to water, but some things are preordained. And if you have gone through a tower moment, again, please do see that the last reading that I did on the tower, because I feel like there could be something on a collective that shows up in March. It could be something within your energy personally or in the outer world, but it is about you going within and trusting, really taking a look at the belief system that you have, tuning into your higher power, using the gifts that you have to help uplift mankind. You have a really beautiful mission here on Earth, Leo, and I feel like the stars are aligning to bring more peace, more guidance, and more healing into your life. You are an inspiration. You're here to lead. You're here to inspire others. And it's through the challenges that you've overcome. That is how you can be that inspirational leader as well. I hope this resonates, beautiful souls. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here, Leo. Lots of love.